and thank my brother, my dear friend, my professional colleague and associate, Mr. Adenrele Onikosi, to lead our discourse for the month of September.
Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and introduction. And then I want to say good morning to everyone on the call this morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of the Connect and Learn for the month of September 2023. Okay, just a minute. I would like to just share my slide with us. Okay. All right. I guess we can all see my slide. The screen is up. Again, so good morning, everyone. If you're in the house this morning and you are excited to be in the house this morning and you are not under the weather, the cold is not, can you just give me a 33333 in the comment area that yes, I'm not under the weather, I'm good, I'm up, and I'm about. Thank you, Stephen Adebi. Please keep it coming. Let's know that yes, we're not under the weather, we're good. Thank you, Venerable. Thank you, the Reverend Daramola. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Victor. It's good to have everyone on the call this morning. I'm excited to be here and to share my my thoughts with us. Excuse me. Great. Okay, so before we go on, can I quickly ask you, maybe in one word, what's your expectation for this session this month? When you saw the topic, wellness, is it? Be well, be healthy, be happy, be healthy. What one word captured everything for you? What one word? One word, not a statement, just one word. When you saw it, what was the word that just hit you? So let's see that. What would you? How would you be able to encapsulate that when you saw the topic that we're going to be discussing this morning? Vitality. Thank you so very much, sir. Vitality. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. For me, it was gratitude. Thank you, Mrs. Peters. I see you there. Holistic. Great. Awesome. Let's keep it coming. There's vitality, there's holistic, there's gratitude, there's happiness. Wow, great. I'll just take two more people who would want to share something that just came to their mind, something you want to just encapsulate just with one word. Blessedness. Wow. Thank you, Victor. That's a good one. That's coming from some deep thought. Thank you. One more person who just wants to share with us that one word that just, came to mind when you saw that particular topic that we will be sharing today. So I have vitality, I have holistic, I have gratitude, I have happiness, I have blessedness. Great. So this and many more you will experience today in the course of this session. So again, thank you, everyone. My name is Adenrele Onikosi. I would say that I'm an agent of transformation. I like to leave people, organizations better than I met them, with traceable impact. So Amongst many things, I've done many things, and I'm still doing. And I am privileged to have spoken, like the Reverend said, across a number of countries in Sub-Saharan Africa, Middle East, and in Europe. I've been in Munich, and I've been also in Budapest to deliver transformation initiatives. And I'm happy this morning to be here. Thank you again to Sages and Scribe for this platform. Okay, so quickly, I just want to go into what we have today as much as possible. I do not intend to make this an academic activity. I want to share a little bit also from my journey of wellness, and also that personal experience, and also I would say the urge from Venerable Adelowo to look in the direction of wellness got me into talking about health and wellness because of the struggle I also had with my health, physical health and mental health. And then also that led me to do a program on positive psychiatry and mental health at the University of Sydney. It was an online program that I did at the University of Sydney in Australia. Okay, so let's get started. So I just said that you have the power. And this is not a cliche. This is not a buzzword. This word is from an experience that I had. That you have the power. I have the power. I remember a couple of years ago, I used to really struggle with the fear of dying. I don't know if anyone has ever had that experience here. I used to be so scared of dying. I used to be so scared of dying such that if I had a slight headache, and because I was also an overthinker, I would think 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the line, and it would be so magnified that the fear would be so huge that I will not be able to sleep the whole night. But then I had a turnaround. And I'll share part of that story. And that's why I say you have the power. It's not a cliche to turn things around and live a life of health and wellness. Okay, so quickly, my introduction. So I said wellness is it's not a singular concept. It's not a singular concept, it's a potpourri of several components, several things that come to play before someone can be said to be well. Mental, emotional, physical, social, financial, all of this and many more put together really define or what wellness is. It is a highly personalized pursuit with very individualized outcome, a foundation of overall well influencing every aspect of our lives. It's personalized because part of wellness is fulfillment. This feeling that your life is going in the direction that you want it to go. And that can only be a personal pursuit. Because achievement, success, whatever it is relative. It's personal. It relates only to the individual. So the definition of success or fulfillment for Mr. A is not necessarily the same definition for Mr. B or Mrs. C or Mrs. D. So wellness shapes our thoughts. It shapes our emotions, our relationships, our decision-making ability. Just as physical health is essential for a robust body, mental wellness is crucial for a balanced and fulfilling life. It empowers for navigating challenges with resilience, maintain healthy relationships, make sound choices and judgments, if I may add, and experience a profound sense of purpose and joy. Therefore, prioritizing wellness is not just about addressing struggles, it is about nurturing our potential for a higher quality of life and unlocking our capacity to thrive so as to provide wider societal benefits. If my introduction is a bit long, I apologize. I didn't find just one, a sentence or just a paragraph to encapsulate what this word means. So, again, I say, what is wellness? It is a holistic approach to health and happiness. Holistic approach to health and happiness. It encompasses various dimensions of well-being, including physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial aspects. It is not merely the absence of illness. It is not. But it's also the presence of positive factors that contribute to a high quality of life. So wellness extends beyond the individual and can also be applied to workplaces, communities, and family. Because, someone who is experiencing a state of wellness is most certainly going to be a happy man, a loving and a doting husband and father, a good neighbor, an excellent colleague at work, and generally a good citizen of a nation. That is how powerful wellness can be. Okay, so now let's bring wellness to workplace. I'm going to be going between the workplace and the home in the course of this session today. So workplace wellness. So at work, I dare to say that wellness involves creating an environment where employees can thrive, both physically and mentally. And it has become a big deal for organizations to provide that enabling environment for their employees to experience the state of well-being when they're at work, so that the onus is not only on the employee being well, but that the organization also makes it a place where the employees look forward to come, creating that environment. And creating the environment is a lot. It's a lot. In the course of my work, I interact with people at different levels who are well paid, but who hate their job. And by extension, it makes it feel like they hate their life. They hate their jobs, but they are still at that job because, according to them, they do not have an alternative at the moment. So they're just going through the motion. They're just going there so as to continue to be able to pay their bills but they do not like the work. And in prodding further as to why some of them don't like the work environment, I hear things like, my manager makes life difficult for me. There is nothing that I do that I get appreciated for. And some even go to the extent of, look, even if you don't appreciate me, don't put me down. Then I hear also things like, in this place, you just fall in the line. You cannot have an opinion here. So you keep your opinion to yourself. By extension, the employees do not have what is called psychological safety. They cannot speak on because of the fear of the consequences of whatever they say at work. That is an unhealthy work environment. Workplace wellness also means providing resources and support to help employees manage stress, maintain a healthy work-life balance, and foster positive relationships with their colleagues. See, because this is critical for even the goal of the organization. If the organization is going to meet its objective, it needs people who are healthy, who are in a state of wellness, to be able to deliver consistently on what the organization is looking for. Because in an organization, if the element of trust is missing, there can be a positive work relationship. When employees are always feeling on the edge and agitated, they cannot bring their best to work. And I also say that workplace wellness can lead to increased productivity, reduce absenteeism, and higher job satisfaction. I know organizations back in the days in this country who were always putting an hand in the popular Tuesday Guardian before LinkedIn became a thing. So if you were looking for a job, you just go for Tuesday Guardian. I know some organizations that were advertising every week. As a matter of fact, I had a dealing with one. Every week they had an ad in the paper, and it was always for the same role, because as people come in, that's how they go go out in their number. It wasn't a place to work if you wanted to keep your sanity. There was the verbal abuse, the physical abuse. It was huge. Okay. I hope everyone is still here with me. I hope I've not lost anyone. Please just let me know if you're still with me. You can just give me a thumbs up, a 1 in the chat area. Let me know that you're still here with me and I've not lost touch with anyone. Please keep it coming. I hope you can hear me, everyone. I'm yet to see an acknowledgement in the chat area. Thank you, Mojisola. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So it's only Mojisola that is in the session. Wow. Okay then. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Peter. Great, great. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate this. It's a lot of encouragement for me. Okay, so I want to look at a few examples of workplace wellness initiatives that can help employees of an organization to consistently give their best. And while these initiatives on their own might be good, it must be coming from a genuine place, from a place where the staff of the organization knows, they can feel that this is genuine, this is real. This is not just something, that probably because it's the new kid on the block right now, in terms of the workplace. So everybody is doing it. So let's just get on the train so that it doesn't look like we're left behind. It has to be an initiative that the management is truly committed to, from top to bottom. So the first initiative here is stress management programs. So offering stress reduction workshops, meditation sessions, or mindfulness training to help employees cope with workplace pressure. That is amazing. I personally had an experience with mindfulness training in the course of my training. And I can tell you that that is one thing that I have learned that is helping me. Now, I'll share this with you. I used to struggle a lot with sleep. And the reason I struggle with sleep is because my mind is always in the overdrive mode. I'm always thinking, it's just one idea or the other. So in the middle of the night, my brain is alert, my mind is awake, and I want to sleep. And if by some miracle I find myself sleeping, it doesn't feel like I'm sleeping. I still see myself in that sleep. I'm in such a state of consciousness that I know that I'm sleeping, but at the same time, I feel that I'm awake. And so when I wake up, it feels like I have not slept. But mindfulness training really, really helped me to deal with that. Then another initiative is to have flexible work arrangements, which a lot of workplaces have started, implementing now, allowing employees to choose flexible hours or remote work options to better balance work and personal commitment. And I think this is one of the biggest gifts of COVID to a lot of organizations and their employees. And now we come to understand that productivity is not necessarily presentism, as some people can be physically present at work, but they are actually not adding value to the work. So flexible work arrangement now helps us turn around how we're now able to measure performance, so that performance is not necessarily measured just because you're seated on your chair in the office. Performance is measured based on the result that you deliver on the jobs that you have to deliver. So if it can take you 1 day to get the job delivered and you are off work for 2 days, you have done your job. Then another initiative is healthy eating programs, providing nutritious snacks, organizing cooking classes, or offering nutritional counseling to promote healthy eating habits. This is something that is really massive that I think that organizations can also imbibe, and not just see it as what do we have to do with it? Oh, you have a lot to do with it, because from my own personal experience, my journey in dealing with health, some years ago, about 3 years ago, I was weighing about 128 kg. That was scary. That was scary for me because I went to the hospital and my usual annual checkup, and then the doctor gave me, among many other reports that he gave me, was that I had a fatty liver, and that could lead to liver cirrhosis. And I was like, okay. So I asked myself a very blunt, and sometimes when I share it, people laugh, that it is funny. I asked myself a very straight question. Are they really? If you die today, how are you facing God? Are you going to tell God that it was food that killed you, or what killed you? So when the thought of that question scared me, I said, no. Why? Because then and then I immediately changed my gear to like, look, we are not supposed to be living to eat. We're supposed to eat to live. Therefore, back to my second slide, you have that power. And I changed it and I lost over 30 kg. And it can be tough, but I have been able to maintain my weight below the 100 kg mark since that time. And I know that my diet, some things have changed. There are things I don't eat. I eat a lot of things now, and I know why I eat them. And then I eat them. I understand that there's a place for portion. You know, so sometimes when I see people at events these days, particularly attending a buffet event, sometimes I'm afraid for people. I cringe when I see people's plates, and I feel like this guy wants to kill himself. Why do you want to kill yourself, for God's sake? Why do you want to die? Because the way they stuff their plates is a buffet. Just take it in beads. You can go back if you want more. Not a heavy plate. But then, what do I know? Then the last one is mental health support. Creating a stigma-free environment for discussing mental health issues and offering counseling or employee assistance programs. These are some initiatives that can be taken to promote wellness in the workplace. Now, wellness at home. So at home, wellness involves maintaining physical health, emotional well-being, and nurturing positive relationships with family members. It is about creating a harmonious and supportive home environment where everyone can thrive. Now, this is very important to experience wellness at home. Physical exercise, emotional well-being, and positive relationship. See, the battle some people are fighting is not from the workplace. For some people, the battle is at the home front. And when you are stressed from home, sometimes it's a bit challenging for you to function well at work or just about any other place. So let's look at some examples of wellness practices at home. One of them is communication. Encouraging open and honest communication with family members to address conflicts, concerns, and emotions in a healthy way. Now, that is a tough work for a lot of people. A tough work. So many people, many couples at home do not even communicate. They just talk at each other. See, communication involves vulnerability. Being able to be vulnerable and not have the fear that whatever you have exposed to your partner is going to be used against you. Being able to resolve conflict in a constructive way and understanding that conflict in itself is not a bad thing. When there is a conflict in a relationship, it is an indicator that that relationship needs some fixing. Some things in that relationship requires attention. It is not necessarily that a battle has to occur because there is a conflict. Conflicts are good for relationships, but it is the way conflicts are addressed, the concerns. Can couples sit down in a healthy way and have a difficult conversation? And the thing about some of these things is that people think that it just happened to us, like that, just because you're an adult. No, you need to learn that. And unfortunately, some of us grew up in families, in environments where these things are alien. Some of us never saw our parents have any kind of, healthy communication. And then we think that that's how to go on with it. No, you can unlearn what you know and learn something else. Another one is family activity. Engaging in activities together as a family. such as outdoor adventures, games, or shared hobbies. It really helps to build stronger bonds and help family to connect. And then the third one here is financial plan. It can actually be a good wellness practice at home. Collaboratively setting financial goals, creating budgets, and making informed decisions to reduce financial stress and secure the family's future. This is very, very critical for the well-being of the individual in the relationship in the family. I remember a couple of years ago, I was struggling with my business, and the finances was not doing well. And my wife had just taken a postgraduate diploma course in education, and she was there, and at some point I just spoke to her. I said, can we have a discussion? Can we have a conversation there? Can you homeschool our children? Since it's a little bit tough for us to be able to pay right now at school, instead of having my children thrown out of class, being embarrassed because their father has not been able to pay their school fees, is this something we can work out? Thank goodness she signed up with me, and we homeschooled our children for about 17 months, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So there's a need for collaboration in the family in planning not only the finances of the family, every aspect of the family life. It can really help in the state of the well-being of the individual. Okay, so why does wellness matter? Let's look at this. Why does wellness matter? I have 4 reasons here. 1, wellness is not just a personal choice. It's an essential component of a fulfilling life. It affects our physical health, our mental clarity, emotional resilience, and overall happiness. Now, because I really experienced a lot of this firsthand, it really helps me appreciate these reasons why wellness is critical. 2, balancing wellness at work and at home can lead to a more fulfilling life. It can lead to increased productivity. It can improve our relationships, whether with colleagues or with our family, and greater personal and professional success. I can tell you this, when the scale of wellness of an individual is altered, you will start to fight and quarrel everyone for no reason. That's when you will find yourself snapping at everyone. You will find a conversation that should happen in a calm environment. You will find yourself raising your voice. You're being hostile. You're being, you are edgy. You are always, and then sometimes we get to deceive ourselves to think that we don't understand the kind of pressure I'm under. Can I tell you, we all have different pressure we're under. But how come some people are able to put this pressure in check? Because they've understood how to balance the scale of wellness in their life. Number 3, the pursuit of wellness is an ongoing journey. So it's not a destination. Therefore, you don't need to be too hard on yourself. In short, you don't need to be hard on yourself at all. It's a journey. And by embracing it, we can become healthier, wealthier, and happier individuals. And sometimes, when we think about it and you're saying, oh, wealthier, okay, I understand, wealthier, how am I happier? See, when you are in a state of wellness, you will be healthy, not only fit. I remember the days when I was experiencing those issues with my health. I always have pains in my body. I'm always complaining to my wife. Sharp pain here, sharp pain there, always sharp pain, not realizing that most of those sharp pain actually started from my mind. So when I got rid of the sharp pain in my mind, The sharp pain in my body disappeared. I became healthier. And then wealthier because now you can think. Your mind is in a place of abundance. Your mind is in a place of prosperity. Your mind is in a place where it can manifest whatever it wants to. And then you can create the wealth that you need. And then you can become a happier individual. The fourth one is to understanding the multifaceted nature of wellness is the foundation for implementing effective strategy, both at home and at work. Okay, so that is talking about wellness at home. Now let's talk about wellness at work. Physical wellness, I beg your pardon, at work. Now, physical wellness is a fundamental aspect of overall well-being, and it contributes to increased productivity and a healthier work environment. So why does physical wellness matter? The first reason is physical wellness directly impacts on the individual's energy level, your focus, and the ability to perform your daily tasks effectively. A sick person or sick employees will mean that the organization is sick. That is why no sick, if a nation is not healthy, that nation cannot be productive. If a nation is not physically well, that nation cannot be a productive nation. The same thing goes for the individual, it goes for the organization. Because when people are not healthy physically, when they're not in a place of wellness, that's when they will always visit the hospital, they will miss work, they will be absent. Even when they are there physically, they are not able to give as much as they ought to be able to give because they are just not feeling well. And then it has a huge impact on the bottom line of the organization. That's the first reason physical wellness at work. The second reason is a healthy workforce is more likely to be engaged, they're more likely to be motivated and resilient to even workplace stresses. 3, promoting physical wellness reduces the risk of chronic health conditions, which can lead to reduced absenteeism and healthcare costs. Because listen, when employees are not physically well, it increases the cost of HMO, it increases the cost of doing business, and it also eats deep into the profit of the organization. So physical wellness is important at work. So here I have 4 amongst many other ways of promoting physical wellness at work. The first one, during work, I recommend that regular breaks should be taken. So encourage your employees to take short breaks throughout the day to stretch, to walk, or simply move around. Sitting for extended period can actually lead to physical discomfort and reduced productivity. Now, this is so true. And that's why I shared somewhere of recent using the Pomodoro technique of time management. Now, so Pomodoro was a technique for time management that some guy introduced, and it was saying that employees should take 5 minutes of break after every 25 minutes of work. 5 minutes of break after every 25 minutes of work. Now, it has been discovered that employees who do that tend to perform better than employees who sit for extended hours on their chair trying to get things done. Most times, you don't really get things done. So, regular breaks is encouraged. 2, hydration. Now, promote proper hydration by offering filtered water stations and encourage employees to drink water regularly, because dehydration can lead to fatigue and reduce concentration. I have made it my life goal to drink 3 liters of water every day. Sometimes I fall short of it. I do about 2 liters, but I would rather pick up water than pick up any soda drink. And that is very important, because you feel better. I always feel better compared to the days where I used to, just be on soda drink. Now, water is it. Then the third one is ergonomic workstations. So ensure that workstations are ergonomically designed to reduce strain on the body. Now, these are the kind of furniture that you have: adjustable chairs, standing desks, and proper keyboards and monitor placement can make a significant difference. So, since I learned all of this, I also have a laptop elevator that just puts up my laptop in a position where I do not have to bend my shoulder to type, to walk, or anything. And then, because it has a way of helping to maintain our overall health. Walking meetings. So encourage walking meetings for one-on-one discussions or group discussions. Walking while discussing ideas can stimulate creativity and increase physical activity. There was an organization that I saw recently that shared an image of their meeting. Now they removed furniture in their meeting room, so people could sit on the floor. Some decide to lie on their stomach, and the idea is for them, it will help them keep their meetings short, because they've realized that they spend so much time, extended meeting time. So to cut short that time, they remove furniture. So they come into the room, and now you find out that people just go straight to the business that they need to discuss, because they need to quickly leave that meeting room. So an example of promoting wellness is to set up a designated wellness room. So consider creating a dedicated wellness room in the workplace. This room can be equipped with exercise equipment, comfortable seating for meditation or relaxation, and resources on healthy living. Employees can use this space during breaks or before and after work to focus on their physical wellness. I know of one of these tech companies that you just go into work, and what they have there is just a bunch of bean bags, and you just find yourself seated in one of the bean bags and having your strategy meeting. And it was discovered that the level of creativity and idea that was coming out from that meeting room was something that they'd never experienced before changing that approach. So now let's talk about mental wellness. Mental wellness is a crucial component of overall wellness, and fostering a mentally healthy workplace is essential for employee satisfaction and productivity. So why does mental wellness work? Mental wellness directly affects an individual's ability to manage stress, to stay focused, and maintain a positive outlook. A mentally healthy workforce is more resilient, adaptable to the challenges and the demands of the workplace. Addressing mental wellness at work can reduce absenteeism, improve job satisfaction, and enhance overall productivity. So these are some of the reasons why mental wellness matters at work, because there are individuals that are not able to manage their stress level, and it's because they've not developed the skill and the competency needed to manage stress at work. So promoting mental health at work. So these are my suggestions. The first one is to have a mental health workshop. So I say employers should offer workshops and training sessions on stress management. Have professionals coming to share tips, guidelines on how to manage stress, on how to build resilience and mental health awareness. These programs help employees develop coping strategies and reduce stigma surrounding mental health issues. The second way of promoting mental health, mental wellness at work is employee assistance program. So employers need to implement EAPs that provide confidential counseling and support for employees who might be facing personal or work-related challenges. EAPs can be a valuable resource for managing mental health issues. 3, flexible work arrangements. Allow flexible scheduling or remote work options to accommodate employees' mental health needs. Flexibility can help individuals manage their workloads while also addressing personal well-being. And we saw some organizations who did that when the issue of the increase in pump price came. So now some organizations ask their staff to work 3 days at work and 2 days from home, so that it reduces the pressure of commuting and also reduces the financial pressure on their purse for commuting, the cost of transportation. That significantly can improve the mental wellness of the employees. Number 4, stress reduction initiative. Provide stress relief resources such as meditation or relaxation rooms, access to mindfulness apps or quiet spaces for break, just somewhere where your staff can go and sit and not think about work, not think about anything, just be in a state where you are present in the moment. You are in the moment and just soaking in the calmness, the serenity of the room. It has a tremendous effect on the well-being of an individual. And the 5th reason for promoting mental wellness at work is mentorship and peer support. Implement mentorship programs and encourage peer support networks within the organization. These connections can provide emotional support and guidance. Mentorship and peer support is an amazing tool to help individuals maintain their mental wellness. Okay, so we're moving to financial matters, financial wellness. Okay, and I said I have 3 reasons here why I think that financial wellness matters. The first one is that financial stress is a common concern for employees and can affect their overall well-being, job performance, and job satisfaction. Now, this is a huge, huge source of stress and mental health issues for a lot of people. Money is the reason many people fall victim of Ponzi schemes. It is the reason many people make the jackpot decision. It is the reason many people only listen to wealth creation coaches, and even though some of them are overnight coaches who just take advantage of people and all of that. So finance is a major source of stress. So financial wellness matters because employees who feel financially secure, they are more focused, they are more productive, and they are better equipped to handle personal and professional challenges. Right now is a season for resumption for schools, for those who are parents. There are those who have sorted things out. There are those who still don't have a clue because they've just been, making effort, making plans is not adding up. Some, it could just be out of a result of poor financial planning. It could just be as a result of so many other reasons. But then, it can create a huge stress for employees and it can impact their performance on the job. So promoting financial wellness demonstrates that an employer cares about their employees' holistic health, leading to higher employee morale and retention. So let's look at some ways that organizations can promote financial wellness for their staff. The first one is to have financial workshops and seminars. So regularly conduct workshops and seminars on various financial topics, such as budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. These sessions provide employees with practical skills and knowledge to make informed financial decisions. 2, one-on-one financial counseling. So organizations can offer one-on-one financial counseling sessions with certified financial advisors or experts to their employees. Employees can discuss their specific financial situations, they can set financial goals and receive personalized guidance from this professional that can help them set up a personal financial plan for their future. 3, retirement planning support. Employers can provide comprehensive retirement planning support, including retirement savings account, match employee contributions, offer educational sessions to help employees understand retirement options and make informed choices. Now, this reminds me of an experience I had. This was in 2018 or 2019. I was in Abuja to facilitate a 5-day session for a client. And these guys work with one of the subsidiaries of the National Oil Company in Nigeria. And in the 3rd day, during the session, one of them walked up to me and said that I wish a lot of the things that you have saying in this week, I have had them some 5 years before now. He said, I was just sorry for myself because I'm going to retire in a year or 2. And it doesn't look like I have it all together. And I'm afraid. And this is someone who has worked for about 35 years. And he's saying he's afraid to leave because of the absence of a proper retirement planning support. The 4th one is financial wellness challenge. Organize financial wellness challenges that incentivize employees to improve their financial habits. For example, offer rewards or recognition for meeting specific financial goals, such as paying off a credit card or increasing savings contribution. The last is financial wellness benefit. Explore partnership with financial wellness platform or apps that employees can access for free or at a discounted rate. These tools can provide personalized financial advice, budgeting assistance, and financial goal tracking. There is one of such that is going on at the moment, a financial goal challenge that's starting this month and will terminate in January. And the idea is to be able to, save just a particular small amount of money every day from this September to January. And the guys who are involved will be cashing out over R1 million or so in January of just saving money that you would probably use for. It's not even up to the cost of pizza anymore now. Okay, that's that about financial planning. Well-being. Let's talk about community wellness. Okay, so let us explore the importance of community engagement, both within and outside the workplace. Emphasizing how community engagement can actually contribute to the overall well-being and happiness of people. Okay, so why does community engagement matter? For these 3 reasons. Community engagement fosters a sense of belonging, purpose, and connection among employees. Engaged employees who are active in their community often experience greater job satisfaction and well-being. Organizations that support community engagement, they demonstrate corporate social responsibility and enhance their reputation. So being part of a community is a huge component of the well-being of an individual. When you feel that your life is valuable, that you are needed, that there are people who appreciate the value that you bring, that who appreciate your essence in life, it keeps you in a state where you feel that you are valued, you are appreciated, and it improves the sense of the well-being of the individual. So you are engaged, you are in a community. So if you are part of something, you need to be part of it completely. You need to be involved. Be involved, take up assignments, volunteer to do things. Sometimes surprise yourself. You'll be amazed at the things that you are capable of doing that you didn't know that you could do, just because you didn't give yourself that opportunity to be involved in the community. So why promote community engagement? Now, volunteer opportunity. Organize volunteer events and partnership with local charities, organizations, or non-profits. Encourage employees to participate during work hours or provide paid time off for volunteering. Another way of promoting community engagement is to have community days. So within an organization can dedicate specific days or weeks for community engagement. I know that one of the financial institutions in Nigeria that I know does that with their staff. They volunteer with an NGO that is into providing support for schools, secondary schools, and they go and dedicate their time, a day or so to just teach in those schools. So allow employees to use work hours to participate in local events or contribute to causes they are passionate about. Another way to promote community engagement is community engagement awards to recognize employees who actively engage in their community. This recognition can include awards, can include certificates, or even financial incentives, as the case may be. And then the organization can also do this as a way of promoting community engagement, to match donations. What do I mean? Implement a matching donation program where the organization matches the employees' charitable donation to amplify their impact. It's so simple. So if the employee is donating, say maybe 50,000, to a charity, the organization will match it and give another 50 to it and make the donation 100,000. Things like that can help to promote community engagement. Then I want to talk about nutrition. I'm bringing it home right now. Talk about nutrition and wellness at home. Why nutrition and wellness at home matter. Now, the significance of nutrition and wellness in the home environment, emphasizing how healthy eating and wellness practices can contribute to overall well-being and happiness. So the home is where many daily habits are set, including eating habits and wellness practices. That's why it matters. Nutrition and wellness at home have a direct impact on physical health, mental well-being, and family relationships. So promoting good nutrition and wellness practices in the home can lead to happier, healthier individuals and families. So promoting wellness at home. So these are some of my suggestions to plan the meal. So encourage meal planning as a family activity. So involve all family members in selecting the recipes, creating shopping lists, and preparing meals together. Meal planning promotes healthier eating choices and family bonding. Now, for this, my experience with this was when I was on my weight loss journey, I realized that part of the contributing factor to my weight gain was my appetite for eating out. So I ate at, different eateries, restaurants. I like to try out new things. But then I realized that whatever I was eating outside, I was not part of that decision making. I didn't know what they put in the meal. I didn't know what process it took. Because again, I reminded myself that these guys were cooking for profit. So they might at some point find ways to cut corners. And in cutting corners, it's going to really impact on my own health. So a meal planning time can be a very useful one for the family. Another one is a balanced diet. Emphasize the importance of a balanced diet that includes fruits, vegetables, whole grain, lean protein, dairy or dairy alternative, nuts. They're all, interesting. Limit the consumption of sugary and highly processed foods. I remember that one of the things that I removed from my meal, and I immediately saw a great improvement to my health, then was, oh gosh, there's this thing. I used to like it a lot. This sausages, okay? Oh, highly processed. The beef or whatever, the chicken would have been processed. And the more processed it is, the more unhealthy it is for human consumption. So balanced diet is critical. Hydration, I cannot overemphasize the place of being hydrated. So encourage family members to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Limit sugary beverages and provide reusable water bottle for easy access to water. So that's something that helped me, so that I don't have to buy bottled water all of the time. There's a bottle that I have, and I just, when it's done, I immediately refill the bottle. So an example of promoting nutrition and wellness at home is a family cooking night. Designate a specific night each week as family cooking night. On this night, family members take turns choosing a recipe to prepare together. Assign tasks based on age and skill level so everyone can participate. Cooking together fosters a sense of teamwork. It allows children to also learn cooking skills. And beyond cooking skills, it gets them to become responsible for things. So they're not always expecting someone to clean up after them and do all of those things. And it also promotes a healthier eating choice. Now, sometimes I hear this a lot, and I used to also make that kind of excuse in the past. That, oh, you don't know how busy our life is in Lagos. Oh, you don't know the way Lagos is. And I think that is just a mindset that we choose to have. Because whatever you want to do, nobody, I realize, really has time for anything. But we make time for the things that are important in our lives. So if it is important, we will make time for it. There's time for everything that we want to do. So that's an example. So as I bring my session to a close, I just have quick tips on self-care practices for mental health. First, I said make yourself a priority. Very important. Don't put yourself at the backbone. Avoid negative self-talk. When I understood the power in speaking to myself, that's when I realized that the most important voice in this world is my voice, is what I say to myself. So I have learned the power of self-talk, and I do it. I am deliberate. Practice regular physical exercise. So I do my aerobics in-house, online. I do a 20 minutes, 30 minute walk most days. Appreciate little moments. Gratitude is a very powerful force for a life of wellness. Enjoy your hobbies. Say yes to new experiences and do not hesitate to say no, to set boundaries. Sometimes the problem a lot of people have is they're trying to be too nice to everyone. You are saying yes to everybody that comes your way because you are not putting yourself first. The danger there is you don't want to hurt people. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble. There are people, whether you do anything or not, they will feel hurt. But you need to protect yourself. Learn to use the word no with a lot of care and love and say no and address your emotional stress. Find happiness. Happiness is a complex personal experience. However, certain practices can contribute to happiness in your life. Cultivating positive relationships. And I do this a lot. I make it intentional to avoid going around negative environment where the energy is negative. I avoid that. I don't go to such places. Practice gratitude. Be grateful. Sometimes the challenge is we're so focused on the things that we don't have, and we lose sight of the many good things that we have. If you open your eyes, you will see that you are so blessed and you have many reasons to be grateful. The third one, engage in activities that you enjoy. Do something, learn something, practice mindfulness. It's one of the biggest things for me. I'm still learning it. It's a journey too. So when my mind is running riot, I now I know how to say, okay, come back home. Just be in this present moment. Just be in the moment. Set goals that are achievable and go after them. Limit negative influences, like I've said, embrace challenges, and practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. And if you're going through any tough situation, please seek help. Recognize when to seek professional help and eliminate stigma around mental health. So, as I bring this to a close, I say, please, my friends of this call, be well, be healthy, be happy, because that power belongs to you. You have it. Thank you, everyone, for giving me your time today. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Coach Adenrele Onikosi. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your wealth of experience with us. On behalf of everybody in the house, we just want to say thank you. Now we are going to throw the ball at your court. Are there questions, comments? Please feel free to put up your hands or go in the chat room and leave your questions. I mean, I'm having comments already. Thank you for the opportunity. Wow, this was loaded. That's from Editor Peters. Thank you. Adenike Fatogun says, awesome. Thanks a billion. Reverend Bode Daramola says, this is awesome. Well-researched and extensive. I will also want to add well-rounded. Wellness from the individual perspective, from the work perspective, from the home, community, and back to self. Thank you very much. Do we have questions, comments, addition? Please feel free to just ask your questions or put up your hands and make your comments. Okay is saying thank you for an insightful session. Okay is one of the leading lights in the area of organizational psychology, wellness, and purposeful living. If there are no questions, who is better placed than you, my birthday mate. Okay, Chinwe. I'm still expecting my cake from 3 years ago, and don't tell me about sugar. Will you please help us express our gratitude to Coach Adenrele Onikosi for sharing his time, his talent, and his treasure with us this morning. Over to you, my dear sister. Okay, Chinwe.
Thank you so much. You know why I'm laughing? When I
Yes,
was typing my comment, I said, if you put this comment, Venerable is going to call your name. So I
was going to call your name even before the comments.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, a very good afternoon to everybody. It's always a pleasure to be in this community. Thank you so much, Coach Adenrele, for watering. Even the good book says that those who water shall be watered. Thank you so much for giving of your time, your expertise, your talent. You just poured yourself because you came from a very holistic perspective. And we as a community are so grateful. And we can only pray for you that because you have taken time to be a blessing to us, that God will take you from one level of glory to the other in every sphere of this wellness center, financially, physically, emotionally, maritally, in your children's lives, in every sphere of influence, you will experience increase. Thank you so much on behalf of everyone in this community. We say a big thank you and God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm sure some of you are already looking forward to the October edition of Connect and Learn. If the Lord permits, I probably will speak myself at that edition. And if my other commitments permit, I'm looking at being the one to speak. Otherwise, we'll get somebody even better than myself to speak. So I want to thank you very much. There's a comment here by, let me quickly read it. Ronke T. I like a lot that Mr. Onikosi brought his personal experience to bear on his presentation. My personal example that we can relate to. Many personal examples that we can relate to. Everyday life stuff. Thank you. Well, the beauty in presentation is that your testimonies or your testimonials make your delivery so authentic and people can connect and relate to it. Thank you for your comment, Ronke. All right, on that note, I want to thank my colleagues at the back end. It's been another wonderful experience. We had about 30 people on this call. Mr. Onikosi, you have been a blessing to 30 of us. May the Lord bless you in return. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day. It has stopped raining. I think I can now go and get ready for work. Thank you.